Yeah, as we are getting into our best of 5 grand finals of ESL Open Cup Americas number 239, and sporting in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our French Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Team Liquid. It is Clem.
He's looking to take yet another victory in these EPT Cups. I think he has the most, right? Doesn't he? He's just the most.
Yeah.
He has the most victories. But his
He's
opponent,
the most American.
he's the most American. That's right. His opponent, the true representation of America in this grand finals, trying to take it down for all of us in the United States. It is Astrea, the upper left-hand corner. Max Angel himself.
Yeah, Astrea, he's really kind of fit into the role of the #1 player in the Americas after the retirement of Neeb. You know, there was a bit of a hole here in the upper echelons of the NA scene, but Astrea has kind of fit in quite nicely, taking the shoes of the ex-Captain America.
He took his shoes?
He did.
He just took them. Damn.
Yeah, that's why he retired.
Oh.
He just got bullied out. Oh, no.
The last event Astrea and Neeb were at, Astrea was like, give me those. Poor Neeb's walking around in his socks. They're all like ripped up and torn up because he's just been walking around for 3 days in his socks.
Oh, no.
And now Astrea plays every match in them. That's why he does so well.
Yeah, yeah. Unfortunately, they're not quite the same size, but he makes it work. It's fine.
I mean, you know, Astrea's used to climbing shoes. Those are tight on your feet, so I bet it's similar.
Yeah, there you go. It is known. Astrea does have big feet.
Yeah. You know what they say about Protoss with big feet.
What do they say, Chickenman? What do they say?
They make a lot of blink stalkers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They can handle their balls, Bobby. They can handle their balls. Oh, God.
Disruptors. This disruptors
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you mean, right? Okay.
Yeah, them too.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Oh, God. As we are settling in, and interesting opener here, we see Clem once again entering a 1-1-1 variation. This should be working towards draw play, but we'll see what Clem does embrace. Meanwhile, back across the map, Astrea going for a Twilight Council opener.
A Twilight Council? That's crazy. Never would have expected it.
Yeah.
I told you, big feet, blink stalkers.
There you go. Does that mean we'll see his balls later?
I mean, I hope so. I really, whenever I'm, like casting Astrea, I just really hope I get a chance to see his balls. His ball play is unmatched, I would say, especially in NA. But I mean, even I would say among the other regions, he's got some of the best ball play in the world.
Yeah, he does. Like, he handles them like no other. And we got lucky. We were able to see him handle those balls last game against Björn as well. If you want, I'll show you the replay later.
Oh, I
have a look at it together.
Would really like that, actually. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. I got you. I know what you like.
You always take care of me, Poppy.
Oh, God. This cast is taking a turn.
So Clem's going to try to drop some Marines and a Widow Mine in.
Yeah.
That's kind of cute.
He's going for the jump across. Yeah, he's going for the jump across the map. No shield barrier at the natural, by the way. Boys, they have to be pulled. The Medivac is going to be focused down. And how many shots can we get off? How many pros go down? 6 pros.
Oh, my God. That Widow Mine coming in clutch. Stalker and Sentry are dead. There's only 1 Stalker left. These Marines of Clem are just doing so much damage. 11 probes going down.
So much damage dealt here. 11 workers. Widowmine is going to be shut down, but regardless, the damage has been dealt. Astrea getting caught out a little bit here. Does have a third base, can recover, but the damage has been dealt, and Clem going to be able to settle into his 2-base play. And we're not done, by the way. Behind this initial 1-1-1, we're going into Banshees.
Yeah, I do like the Banshee follow-up here. See if he can't get some extra damage on. I think he got cloaked, though, right? I think it was just the one cloakless Banshee, so a little bit less threat potential, but still some more probe damage coming down the pipeline here.
Yeah, Clem keeping the pressure up. Meanwhile, Astrea's forced a counterattack. Back at home, what do we have to defend? We have a bunker on the high ground. We have a would-be tank as well as on the way. And Clem should be safe and sound. Astrea goes for the dive, ignores the bunker, and we'll get an SCV.
Yeah, just trying to pick off some stuff here. Ooh, that Stalker is so low. Might as well call him Han. He's so low.
Oh no.
Oh, you're so welcome for that one.
There you go. There you go. I mean, Astrea, he does shoot first.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense with his ball play. He always shoots first.
No, yeah, he's always the first to shoot.
Banshee comes in here.
Sorry.
There's no shield batteries here, so this one Banshee is just going to go ahead and get 5 kills before going down. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, 5 workers go down. Again, the probe count here of Astrea has taken quite a blow over the course of this game, and Clem is still just chilling back at home, building up his army. Stim, Combat Shields is about to finish up, and Clem will soon move out.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice move out timing here for Clem. That being said, 1-1 is on the way for Astrea. Charge is about to finish up. If he can finish up that 1-1 before any big fights happen, I think Astrea will be in an okay spot.
Yeah, and he does split the move out, so he's going to be able to try to slow this down as best he can. We have reinforcements on the way. Astrea going for a very gateway-heavy composition. No Colossus, no Disruptors. It's purely Stalkers and Charge Lots, which can work well, especially if we can cash the army out on the map. That's a big if, though, as Astrea, he does split up his forces.
Yeah, I don't know. He's got a lot of Stalkers and Zealots moving over to the left-hand side, but he's going to need those back in a fight here fairly soon. Clem is hitting the high ground over by this third base. Only 1 siege tank here. He's got some more units spilling in with this. That is a lot of very powerful bio right now for Clem.
Yeah, a lot of bio. We do see Astrea coming in from behind. The charge lot's going to be collapsing on the army. Widowmine's a little bit late to siege. The tank is going to go down.
Yeah, this is a really nice engagement for Astrea as he tries to get on top of this. Some more reinforcements show up for Clem, but that 1-1 finishing for Astrea as well. Right on time, and he's going to be able to push this away without too much issue. And because we don't have a third CC for Clem, right? Like, I'm not crazy. He is very committed on 2 bases right now.
Oh yeah, very committed. I mean, that was a beautiful surround set up there by Astrea. He's moving out across the map. Likewise, he's also prone to being sandwiched as well, so Astrea has to be careful, but at the same time, Clem is a bit out of position. The bunker is going to fall. Zealots are busting into the main, into the natural even.
Yeah, and they're getting on top of a lot of these reinforcements, just taking really nice trades in there. Clem will come back to try to clean this up, but Astrea even taking a good fight just against this main army here. And those Zealots still being so annoying in the natural. Clem will finally clean them up, but, I mean, this is nice for Astrea.
It really is. He will be pulling back, but he was able to deal damage, able to force back the main army. And Astrea, he's crazy. He's going for the center base.
I've literally never seen anybody take this base on this map. He is crazy.
His feet, they're so big.
They're so big, dude. My God. Never seen anybody with feet like this before.
He's crazy. As once again he throws down the force field to engage with the army. Now this army is getting quite low for Astrea, so he has to calm things down, but really, no, he ramps it up as he warps in right into the main.
Oh my God, a huge warp and a Zealots here. And this is not super cost efficient for Astrea, but he's against a 2-base Clem, so he doesn't have to be super cost efficient. He's just got to keep trimming off units, trimming off SCVs, pulling them out of position, keeping them back. The longer he does this, the better it is for Astrea. He's got more of the map in his favor here. He's been mining a lot from this third base. And soon he's going to have this partial gold out in the center.
Oh yeah, the hybrid base soon to be under control of Astrea. Meanwhile, the Prism comes back in. You mentioned it, right? The whole position micro here in the mineral line. SCVs are going down. Workers at Clem cannot afford to lose. And Astrea just getting further and further ahead here, at least in the economy. You do have some drop play coming in, but Astrea, he's in position.
Oh, he almost kills that medevac, but Clem does get out of there. These 2 spotter pylons helping him out quite a bit, and Astrea mined out some of these minerals too, so he can get down here and actually push this away. My God, that drop almost died.
Almost went down, and now Clem, he's committed now. What is scary here, even though Clem is all in, and Clem has been struggling with his economy, look at the supplies here. Look at the army supplies specifically. Clem has a massive army to work with. It's all or nothing. He still has potential to end the game with this push.
Oh my God, but look at those upgrades. 2-2 finishing for Astrea. He's just 3 full upgrades ahead. Even down that army supply. This is gonna be kind of do or die here for Clem. He is so far behind in just about every regard. But Astrea has to take a beautiful fight. There's so many Widow Mines, and he's very Zealot heavy right now. This third base might go down, but Astrea is going to pull the trigger. He's going to try to get in there. The Widow Mines, though, doing so much damage. More Zealots and Stalkers showing up. Can Astrea actually push this back?
We pinned back the army. The mine shots were pretty good. The boys were being pulled as well, and Clem will hold the line, but he lost the minefield. The Widow Mine count was completely reset. Clem can no longer engage head-on here with Astrea, and Clem has no idea that Astrea is not on 3 bases, he's on 4 bases.
Yeah, Clem just doesn't know about this middle base over here, and that might give him a false sense of security, like, oh, it's okay. That 3rd base, he just lost a bunch of probes at it, right? And maybe it's not too bad for me. No, it's pretty bad. Oh, and Zealot's counterattack. This is a huge Zealot counterattack coming in here. Widow Mines should be able to get some decent shots off. This is still going to delay the 3rd a little bit. SCV's getting pulled to fight. Oh my god, but he found the 4th base.
Yeah, he found the hybrid base here. Does take some shots off. The Nexus will barely survive, but the army's in position. Astrea does warp in, does focus on the medevacs, and it looks like Astrea, he will save and hold on to the ninja base.
Yeah, which is crucial, but Clem knowing about it makes it a lot harder for Astrea to hold on to this moving forward. He might have to take a regular 4th base here pretty soon.
Wanted to be fancy, maybe forced to expand elsewhere, but here we go. We collapse once again.
Oh,
GG gets called, and Astrea takes a lead.
He sure does. That's a good start for Astrea. All right. Hey, you called an Astrea victory. It's looking good so far.
To be fair, you also said that Astrea was going to take a game as well. You know, to be fair, you know, you also did call.
To be fair, to be fair.
But that's a big start here for Astrea, able to punish the aggression of Clem. As you pointed out earlier on, Clem was going for a 2-base win, was hyper committed, and it was impressive that Astrea was able to defend against the first wave, despite having a really rough start. Remember, Astrea, he was bleeding out a lot of probes early on to the Banshee harass, to the first drop as well. Like, that was not an easy start for Astrea, but he still was able to stabilize nonetheless.
Yeah, really good hold of the 2-base all-in. I gotta say, I'm never a fan of 2-base all-ins in TVP. It feels strange to me that Clem pulled that out after just looking so good against Skillus in not 2-base all-ins.
Yeah. Clem, you know, taking a different approach here, arguably an unnecessary one, or maybe there's something behind that. You know, maybe he respects and even fears Astrea, you know, trying to avoid a later game. I agree. 2-base play, I mean, it can be quite effective in this matchup, but I'm so used to seeing 2-base all-ins where you pull the boys, you know, where you like double down and you just send that Bappy. And
yeah, that's true. Is it really a 2-base all-in if the boys aren't getting pulled? You know?
Yeah. Well, what's going on? The boys, you're leaving them hanging.
Yeah, they want to fight
Pull
too.
them,
What, you run out of Marines? They're in the rear with the gear. You gotta pull them.
Yeah, exactly. You have to. And without him, I mean, how can you take a game?
I mean, clearly you can't. As down 0-1 in this series, after not pulling the boys for a 2-base all-in, it is Team Liquid's Clem, spawning in the upper left side of Golden Aura.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the American Protoss player. The Blue Protoss leading the series 1-0, representing Virtus Pro. It is Astrea.
All right, Golden Aura, what are we going to see on this game, on this map?
Okay. Golden Aura, I would say shorter rush distance compared to Amphion. But at the same time, after we just saw a 2-base all-in fail from Clem, we're not going to see it again, right?
I don't think so. But we also got to keep in mind, you did mention this, it's like 4 a.m. in France. So the 2-base all-in might have been, let's just close this one out quick either way. You know? Sometimes you got to make that decision.
Yeah, true. That you know what? I would stand by you, and I would 100% agree with that. If you know, Clem wasn't known for being a little bit of a degen, and
that's true.
Like even it is like it's like 5-6 a.m. in the morning for a regular person, but for Clem, you know, it's the middle of the day.
That's
right?
true. That's true. This is not his first rodeo, which I feel like is an appropriate saying for the EPT Cup Americas.
True. He's been to many a rodeo.
Many a rodeo. Have you ever been to a rodeo?
I have no idea what that is. Okay, when I think of rodeo,
my God.
I think of like cowboy hats and
Yes.
like fair food.
Okay,
Right?
both accurate.
Is it
You're
just a
nailing
fair?
it so far. It's
Yeah.
not just a fair, no. Very specifically, a rodeo will have, it's usually in like a little outdoor stadium kind of area. And you have like bull riding, and then they'll do like calf roping, where they send out little calves and they have a competition to see who can use the lasso the best and lasso the calf, and there's other stuff. And yeah, you eat crappy fair food, and wear your cowboy hats. That is a rodeo.
See, you say crappy fair food. I say American cuisine, Bobby.
They are one and the same.
As we're going for a proxy Void Ray, by the way. This build has made a resurgence as of late, and Astrea's going to spice things up, I imagine, with some proxy shield batteries as well.
Yes, I love this so much. Astrea is my hero. Speaking of a rodeo right now, Clem's trying to ride the bull, and he's just got to hold on. If he can make it, to a certain point in this game, he'll be okay. But the Void Ray's diving in really far. The Cyclone is about to pop, and this Void Ray is right on top of it.
Boys are being pulled. They go for the master repair on the Cyclone. Is it going to be enough? It's
They
going to be
don't
close.
get
The
it.
back line of the Cyclone, it goes down.
Oh my God! I thought repair was good. Can we get a repair buff, please?
True. We need the overcharge repair.
Oh, no.
Fuel. Void Ray is going to go down, though. Astrea does overextend. Shield batteries are on the way. A little bit asleep at the wheel there.
Yeah, what was he doing? Those Marines popping out. Granted, there is another Void Ray here, but 3 Marines can be made at a time. Cyclone is about 2/3 of the way done. However, shield batteries are finishing up right now as well, and that's going to make this so much better for Astrea as this next Cyclone is about to pop. He's got to micro it backwards. Got to try to get the lock on. There it is. That's nice.
Gets the Locum. Locum is broken. We do see the Void Ray. Okay, does not commit. Pulls back to the safety of the shield batteries. The additional Void Rays are on the way. We're not going for a starport response. Bear that in mind. It's going to be Master Marine with Cyclone. So bold move here out of Clem so far. He is holding on. And we'll see if Astrea can bust in once again, as he's now up to 2 Void Rays.
Yeah, I think he's going to try to maybe take down... Oh, he's just going for it. Never mind. I thought he was going to play this conservatively. No, he wants to kill that Cyclone and kill these Marines. The Adept even coming in to help. But this Void Ray is getting so low. Oh my God. The Stalker is here as well.
It barely does escape. The Stalker backs off, and the Void Ray is being hunted down, by the way. Clem, he's on the hunt, and it looks like he's going to come across the Void Ray.
Ooh, I think he's got it. Oh, there it goes. The last shot connects and kills it. Astrea being a little bit, I might venture to say, sloppy with these Void Rays.
A little bit sloppy, a little bit adventurous, but can he still pull this off? I mean, we still have Void Rays. We have still been resetting the Cyclone count at least, but the Void Ray's taking a lot of damage once again. Another Cyclone has arrived. Clem, he is barely holding on, just ensuring that the Void Ray count just never gets out of hand.
Yeah, and these shield batteries, they can do so much healing, but the Marine count is starting to get up there a little bit more, and that's helping Clem out quite a bit to out DPS these shield batteries, which are running pretty low on juice.
Yeah, the shield batteries are running out of that juice. We do pull back to help to allow for the Stalkers to help support the main army. Marines are going down. We're now back up to another Void Ray, but now the shield batteries are under fire.
Yeah, and this is a real problem for Astrea right now. Without that healing, he cannot contest with this many Marines and these 2 Cyclones. And I think Clem might have successfully held here. He rode the bull long enough. The bull got tired.
The bull has been tamed. We bleed out another Void Ray, and with that, Clem, he is breaking out. He's breaking free. Astrea sure he's still maintaining his own Void Ray production. He does have a decent Stalker count to support. There is no bunker. We can actually work our way through these Marines.
Yeah, I mean, the Marine count is getting pretty low here as the 1 Cyclone, a 2nd Cyclone does pop down. The Stalkers don't have Blink, though, which I feel like is not ideal here for Astrea. Void Ray is going to try to draw the army up while the Stalkers work on the SCVs in the command center down here.
Yeah, the Void Rays, they barely do survive. They barely get the hell out of there.
God.
Meanwhile, SCVs are going down on the low ground. Damage is still being done, and that Marine count is not too high, but the reinforcements are coming in. Cyclone goes down.
Astrea is making this look possible when I thought for sure he was dead. Shield battery heals up a little bit of those shields as the 2 Void Rays come back over. There's another Void Ray about to pop. Oh, that's another dead Void Ray, though. Prismatic Alignment not going to let that one get away. And there is a Viking out now. These Void Rays, their days, I feel like they're numbered.
They are numbered. We still have 2 Void Rays up against 2 Cyclones, a Viking, and some Bio as well. Stim is halfway done. Bear that in mind. That's going to be a big power spike for Clem. Meanwhile, we do go for the dive once again.
Oh, he's going to get the Viking. He's going to get one of the Cyclones, but the other Cyclone stays alive. A Widow Mine hits the Stalkers, and I don't think these 4 Stalkers can do it. Astrea, he's down to 10. 8 army supply right now. The shield batteries, there's one that has some juice in it. I don't know. It's not looking too good here for Astrea.
Yeah, it's been close. It's been very close. We've been bleeding out far too many Void Rays over the course of this game. We just don't have enough momentum. Clem is breaking out. He's breaking through. Void Ray does come in for a flank, but alas, cannot engage with the main army. Shield batteries are helping support, though. Oh, my God. Ooh.
Close, but no cigar. Void Ray stays alive, but that's not going to be enough. Astrea just taps out as Clem's able to retake that base. Holds on against the Voids.
That was a wild game.
That was. I love that Astrea pulled out a proxy Void Ray against Clem. God. I remember when MaxPax would do that to Clem like every week. He'd hit him with a couple proxy Void builds.
Oh yeah, there was definitely a dark time in the history of StarCraft where this was the meta, and we saw a lot of this back in the day.
It really was.
So it's great to see a bit of a resurgence, and again, Astrea, he almost made it work as well, right? He was so close to breaking Clem, but again, we did overextend one too many times, bled out a Void Ray one too many times. Now we find ourselves in a tied-up series, but I want to believe that Astrea, he's got more builds like this up his sleeve. You know, that was a wild start, and hey, it almost worked.
It did. It got pretty dicey there for Clem, but I think Astrea got a little too bold with those Void Rays. I do hope we see some more shenanigans in this match.
I hope so as well. As we're getting into our next game, we're tied up 1-1. This could still go either way, but with this next game, one of these 2 players will gain momentum and will gain a lead in the series.
That is true. That is how, well, unless it's a draw. Could be a draw.
True. Could be a draw.
That'd be fun. No, we don't get many of those.
We don't.
All right. Well, hopefully it is a draw, just to keep things spicy here. Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Oceanborn. In this game number 3, we have Team Liquid's Clem.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the American Protoss player. The blue Protoss representing Team Virtus Pro. It is Astrea. So, have you been to a rodeo before? And have you ridden a bull?
I have been to a rodeo a few times. I have not ridden a bull.
Okay.
It would be fun to try the bull riding machines that they have.
Yeah.
I would be down to try that. But I enjoy not being in pain, so I would not try to ride a bull. That's one of those things it's really hard, and you were probably gonna get really hurt.
Definitely. I mean, I have seen the machines, right? The bull machines.
Yeah.
You can hop on, and that always looks like a good amount of fun.
I've never actually been to a place that had one of those.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough.
I see. They don't have them like lined up at a rodeo. I feel like that'd be like a selling point, right?
I'm sure some rodeos have them. I haven't been to a rodeo in probably 15 to 20 years, so I don't remember. I certainly was not old enough at the time to have ridden one.
Fair enough.
I wonder if any bars around here have one.
We just saw Clem attempt, and hey, he pulled it off.
That's right.
Able to ride that bull.
Yeah. Honestly, I would pay so much money to see Clem try a bull riding machine. How do we get Take TV to put that in the next Home Story Cup? Because if they if they had a bull riding machine. Imagine all the players trying the bull riding machine.
Right. That's the thing that we're all really want and missing out of like an NA Home Story Cup is the fact that there's so much like NA stuff that you can do, right? Whether it's bull riding, whether it's, I don't know, like even like the fair food as well, like having the players indulge and have to suffer through that, right? Like, like I don't know, it sounds like a lot of fun. Like, there's a lot of potential in that.
I like this idea a lot. We could get some good old barbecue. I want to see,
Yeah.
you know what? We've seen Gabe make a pizza. Let's see Gabe man the barbecue station, you know? I want to see him on the grill. I want to see how he handles himself, not with the 3 racks in-game, but with 3 racks of ribs on the grill. Because I know he could do it.
Exactly.
You know, he would nail it. But
it'd be beautiful.
That's good content right there.
Yeah, off to the side, you'd have like a deep fryer where you can just like put anything in there, you know, like anything and everything needs to be put in before you put it in your mouth. Has to be deep fried as well.
just deep fry it. Oh, what are you eating? Just deep fry it. Stick of butter, deep fry it. Snickers bar?
Exactly.
You know what to do with it.
Yeah. Put it in.
Put it in. That's what I say before I just gorge myself with food. Snickers bar, put it in. Slice of pizza, put it in.
We'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. We'll get in touch with Tate.
Yeah, I think we can do it.
As we're settling in, and we do have a Clem being a little bit cheeky, but we have caught the proxy. It was a proxy Hellion drop into the main base, but alas, it looks like the Hellions that will get in. Phoenix is a little bit too late to the party here, and can we get into the mineral line?
Ooh, that's really dicey. Probe puts down a pylon, but a couple of these Hellions will make it back. The Phoenix is just trying to lift all 3 of these Hellions right now, but they'll eventually drop them. 8 probes going down. Oh, this is so painful for Astrea.
Yeah, 3 Hellions, they one-shot probes, and 13 workers go down. Ay. We found the proxy, we were trying to shut it down, but alas, Astrea just barely couldn't do so in time. And Clem suddenly takes a worker lead.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of damage. I've definitely seen some Hellion drops that have just gotten stomped by some Phoenixes, but Astrea, I think, going for the Medivacs just to let those Hellions get right on in there.
Exactly, did allow them to bust in, and now we have to counterattack. The pressure is on Astrea. He gets not quite an SCV. Phoenix bleeds off as well in the main base. Not the best start here for Astrea. He's at least containing his opponent, but there's so much pressure on our Protoss player to get some damage done.
Yeah, I mean, he really needed to get some counter damage here, and instead the exact opposite has happened. He's managed to kill 1 SCV for a Phoenix. That is not a good trade.
Not the best trade. We are getting more SCVs in the main base, so we're recovering. We're making up our earlier losses, but still 4 SCV kills is still not enough. It's a good start, though, for Astrea.
It's better than nothing. Any little bits of damage you can get here is going to be... It's going to be something. It's going to help Astrea get back into this a little bit. He is putting down a Twilight Council, so it feels like he wants to go for like a Phoenix Charge kind of build.
Yeah, okay, so... we're not entering Phoenix Colossus territory, not at least in this game, so as you mentioned, looks like it should be Charge. Alas, Blink Stalkers do have the same role as Phoenixes, so we don't typically pair one with the other, and the Phoenixes are looking for more damage, but alas, this time Clem is in position.
Yeah, he's doing a good job getting set up for the defense now. What's the Phoenix count up to? 6 Phoenixes. Pretty substantial amount.
Not a bad count here from Astrea, and he's at least containing, right? He's containing Clem, he's keeping him pinned to 2 bases, even trying to camp the starport if at all possible as well. So nice movement out of Astrea, and he's just buying time to recover and to settle into his 3-base economy.
Yeah, I think this is a really important part of the role of Phoenixes for Astrea, right? Keep the opponent back, keep them defensive. You know, Clem can't just freely go for any drops right now. That's a very dangerous proposition, so just got to stay at home and defend, and I think Clem's still in an okay spot, but this, like you said, it helps Astrea get a little more situated on his side of the map.
Yeah, exactly. We can see that Clem is not going for a 2-base all-in. That is a 3rd CC in the back line, so he is building up towards a longer game. So there's no 2-base shenanigans happening, at least this time from the side of Clem, and he will eventually break out. We can see Astrea being very careful with his movement, hasn't lost another Phoenix yet.
Oh, this Widow Mine, though. As you say that, Astrea says, okay, well, I will curse this caster. He's definitely listening.
True. And Clem is moving out across the map. We do force a recall. Phoenixes did make it back home just in time. There's a Shibari, there's Nova Charge, but Clem has broken out, and we'll get eyes on the 4th base. Clem won't quite be able to commit, though.
Yeah, Clem decides to back up. Feels like there's enough here for Astrea. Astrea did his job. kept Clem back home long enough to get his army up. And Clem is still posturing out here on the map, getting some reinforcements over. And we do see the army supply for Clem is quite a bit higher than for Astrea.
Yeah, again, because that economic damage, Astrea is still being recovering. That has impacted the overall army, and we'll see if Astrea can pick away at this army. It looks like he does catch 2 Widowmines. Oh, for a Phoenix, not the worst trade for Astrea.
Yeah, it could be worse. Could be worse. Could be better. Killing the Widowmines is nice. He is going to be quite zealot heavy here. 16 zealots on the ground. Just 1 adept and 1 sentry to help them out. Is he just going for a counterattack? He's just running in.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Astrea. He's a madman. He is going to pick up more Widowmines and he's just diving in for the counterattack, trying to pull Clem all the way home.
Yeah, he catches a lot of reinforcements. More Widowmines going to be going down. We shut down so many of them. The Zealots, they bust into the natural, and it's going to be a one-way trip for the Zealots. They do get into the mineral line. SCVs are going down, and we're playing quite an amount of time here for Astrea to just rebuild back at home.
Yeah, he didn't get nearly as many SCVs as I'd expected him to, but I feel like he did okay against the army with all those reinforcements being split up. Killed a lot of Widowmines. 11 Widowmines have died in this game already, which feels like so many. And the Phoenixes are still roaming around. Only 1 or 2 have gone down since that very first one we saw. He's done a great job keeping the Phoenix count up. They've been a really crucial part of this game.
Yeah, honestly, this was some really nice movement out of Astrea, right? He forced back the army. He traded well against it. He was able to buy time to allow his base to get up and running. Once again, we pick off the Widowmines. Crisp control out of Astrea.
Yeah, he recognizes how important those are in the defense against this many Zealots for Clem, and he's just going to focus them down every time. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, that allows the Zealots to be as efficient as possible, and now Clem, he's forced to back off. Remember, he was in the midst of pushing out, and that move out would have shut down the 4th. 100%! But now suddenly, Clem, instead, he's back at home and he's stuck defending.
Yeah, really nice strategic play from Astrea. This is the kind of stuff he excels at, I think, is just being really annoying. Backstabbing when you're not expecting it. I can't believe he just ran the Zealots across the map. Kind of insane.
Just send it, Bobby, and mate, it worked out.
It did, yeah. It's a good strat. You guys should do that in your ladder games.
Yeah. Against Chickenman specifically.
Yeah.
So we can take your ladder points.
Definitely. With all that Terran StarCraft I've been playing lately.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Playing Terran?
I haven't been playing StarCraft at all, so.
Okay.
I've been playing exactly as much Terran as I have Zerg and Protoss.
Ah, facts. There you go.
Yeah. Does Battle Aces count as Terran?
It's Clem. He finally breaks out, finally breaks free. Back at it, we have some splash damage though. We have Colossus, we have Immortals as well. They dive on the army. The Widowmine's a little bit too far back here to come into play. Picking up Ghost. Not a bad trade initially, and we do force friendly fire.
Yeah, friendly fire was nice. I don't know if it'll be enough though. Those fake Archons trying to tank while they can, but Astrea losing all the Zealots and losing all the Phoenixes puts him in a tough spot.
Yeah, as there's barely an army here. Sure, we have some high-tech units, but we have no support. As Clem, it looks like he's looking to overwhelm this army. Takes down the Zealots, takes down the sentries, and GG gets called. Clem will take a 2-1 lead in the series.
He sure will. Some nice moves there from Astrea, but I feel like Clem just was in such a good spot after that Hellion drop, right? It was Astrea was fighting from behind the whole rest of the game and wasn't quite able to make it up.
Yeah, I mean, StarCraft can be really brutal like that, right? It's like damage done early on just has such a compounding effect on the game, and it's just so difficult to recover. It was, what, like 13 probe kills early on. It was just an insane amount of damage, almost an entire mineral line, and it's just a really strong start for Clem.
Yep, and now Clem, he's on match point.
Oh, he is on match point. 1 game away from proving Chickenman correct.
That's right.
He called the 3-1.
My prediction is it's looking pretty good right now, but it's not guaranteed. Astrea could pull it back.
Not guaranteed. Yeah, I'm hoping for an ace match. I'm hoping we can bring it back here, but the pressure is now on. And Astrea needs to win this game to force that ace match. And yeah, we'll see what kind of map we load into. We'll see what our plans are like. So far, we have had quite a varying amount of different builds. Like, we haven't quite seen 2 games the same in this series so far.
Yeah, and I like that Clem's throwing some stuff at Astrea that tells me he's a little bit worried about just letting Astrea have his side of the map, right? With the 2 base all in game 1, and then Helene drop in the last game. He wants to disrupt Astrea's plans, which I think is a smart move.
Yeah, yeah. Does want to get a bit of a leg up early on, and we'll see if we can do so here as we're loading into our next game. We have our lobby of choice. We have our map. It is going to be Alcyone once again.
Indeed. Alcyone, huh?
Yeah. What do you call it?
I go with Alcyone.
Alcyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You
don't embrace the Al Capone?
No, I don't embrace the Al Capone, but now that you've said that, I kind of wish I did. Okay. I wasn't aware of the Al Capone Alcyone action. So I'm learning now.
Okay. Fair enough. As we're getting into potentially our final game of the series and spawning in the top right hand corner of our map, we have the French Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem.
And his opponent in the lower left, the true American representing Virtus Pro. It is Astrea.
All right, here we go. And how was this S2 Safe House, by the way? I was able to tune in for most of it. But yeah, how was the experience? Coming together. I think there are plans for like a second S2 Safe House as well. Right?
I believe those plans are they do exist. It probably wouldn't be for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was so much fun, just hanging out with everybody, having a good time. Some of the most fun I've ever had doing StarCraft related things. Yeah, it was great.
Was that your first time meeting up with everyone, or did you all meet up beforehand at Dallas or in other NA events as well? Or?
Other than, so I hadn't met Nate, and I hadn't met Ask Joshi, but everybody else, I think we had all. I had met everybody else for sure. I think everybody else had seen each other in various events. Zergirl used to live in Seattle, so like she's come up and visited a couple times since I've lived here. Yeah, various events and things, but it's just really nice to see everybody and hang out and have a good time, play some games and cast a bunch of StarCraft. It was really cool talking to Ask Joshi, who's an OG. He had stories from 2010,
Yeah, it's really cool to hear. I think he also helped out when it came to some of the memorabilia.
Oh yeah, he brought like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I have a card pack somewhere that he gave me.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
is that a WCS card pack?
Yeah, it's like old school. It was good. It was good. I don't remember who was in the card pack. We opened a bunch of them, but I'm stoked on it.
Yeah. It's so cool to see. Again, especially like with people from back in the day, like the NA scene is not quite the same as it once was, but it's cool to see everyone coming together as well. Like the potential to grow the event, even have like a live audience as well, maybe, or like have it open.
That would be so cool. I would love that. Oh, nice recall. All right, so
do you manage to get away?
Yeah, talk about this game a little bit. Sometimes the audience likes when we do that. Yeah, Astrea being a little cheeky with a couple of units there, but Clem pushes them away with the Cyclones. Got Blink coming up behind this. That was a big delay on that CC for Clem. It's annoying.
Yeah, that was a nice delay here from Astrea, going to be able to get some economic damage done at the same time going towards Blink. Meanwhile, Clem is going to be looking to try and punish this by moving out with these Cyclones. The Adepts are going to be able to keep up, and it looks like we should be able to shut down at least one of the Cyclones.
Ooh, I mean, he'll get it with the Shade, right? Oh my god, he stopped moving him. Oh no! I better miss micro there, Clem. Gonna be able to get away with it.
Yeah, he survives with the Cyclone, shuts down the Adepts, punishes the Stalker as well. Now suddenly Astraea's in a bit of trouble here. These three Cyclones going to be able to apply even more pressure, moving out across the map. But looks like we have to respect these Adepts, and the Cyclones themselves are quite low. Looks like we should be able to deny this aggression and calm down a little.
Yeah, I think if Clem really tried to commit, he would pretty much guarantee to lose those. But if he brings them home now, he can just repair them up. Repair is really good. I think we need a nerf to repair, honestly.
It's not the first time you brought it up in this cast. I can hear the Protoss inside you coming out, Bob. I can hear
It's too overpowered, you know?
You're like, look, I understand overcharge, but really, we can't heal whole damage, right? We only heal shields. It's not the same. It's not fair.
Yeah. I mean, Protoss healing is very different. Now, if you want to talk about transfuse, that's a whole nother thing. At least repair costs money.
Exactly.
Transfuse, you can put it on autocast.
Yeah, it's for free.
It's for free.
Crazy.
It's not fair. It's not fair. No wonder Zergs win everything.
Let's not talk about the fact that overcharge is a cooldown ability. That's also for free. But we're not talking about that.
You know what? I'll talk about it when Protoss wins a major tournament.
Let's go.
Oh God. I love pretending to balance wine.
We do it all the time as well. I don't know if we have another duckling called Ashebro. He's dubbed the Terran apologist. He's always willing to jump in and simp a little bit for the Terrans.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. You know, most Terrans don't whine or complain at all.
True.
So you know, somebody's got to be in there arguing for them.
Yeah. So if you don't cry for them, who will?
Yes. I've never seen a Terran cry before in my life.
Oh god. Thus we are going to be settling in. Now we have Clem going for a double drop here towards the base. Meanwhile, Astrea going right for the gold. Not even expanding naturally here either. So a risky move here out of Astrea.
It's a bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it works out for him. As Clem comes in with the double drop, Astrea is clearly not ready for that at all. He's going to use Recall, that really not busted ability, to get immediately back to his base to defend. We'll push this away, but loses a big important Artosis pylon and 8 probes for that. And now on the way home, I think Clem's probably going to scout that gold base. So that's
Clem hasn't seen it yet, but now he will. He gets eyes on the warp in. He hasn't seen it yet. He has spotted the Nexus completely. He's fully aware of what's going on. Can soon move out to try and punish it. Third CC's on the way for Clem, but Astrea is being active. He does shut down the drop.
Yeah, that was a nice catch there. Punishes Clem for keeping that drop around for a little bit too long, but Clem, he is rallying units across the map. And he's got that third CC behind this, but he does need to get some damage done. I mean, Astrea's been sitting on 3 bases for a long time. Astrea going to try to find this in the middle of the map here, diving forward, but the Widow Mines will send him back for now.
Yeah, the mine shots are insane. Clem, he does hold the line. He's getting within range of the base. Meanwhile, Astrea able to warp in, able to reinforce on the front lines, able to hold the line for the time being. And I think what's really important here, or what's interesting about this base as well, is it's out on the right-hand side. Even if Clem breaks this base, it's not like it's like defending any backup bases either. Like Astrea, he's freely mining from his third base. Like his economy is still looking quite strong.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like positionally, even killing that gold base for Clem, it doesn't net him like a next thing to push towards. He's just kind of out in the open then. So that's really nice for Astrea. Oh my god, there's so many Widow Mines in these games. Clem is just, he's Widow Mine man over here.
Yeah, the mines are insane. Clem reinforcing the center of the map. At the same time, Astrea, he does bypass the main army. He goes around the long way, and his goal here is to try to catch reinforcements and catch Clem out of position.
Yeah, he's doing it again, man, and he's gonna pull Clem all the way back with that main army. Now, is he going to commit into the natural? Looks like he's going to send the Zealots forward and then pull back with the Stalkers and that Sentry. Oh, even pulling back the Zealots now.
Yeah, it does pull away the Zealots. He still has a couple of reinforcing or wreaking havoc in the main mineral line. More Zealots are going to be coming in. How good are the mine shots going to be?
Not great to start off with. Good splits there from Astrea. These Zealots in the natural are still being annoying. They're finally going to get cleaned up there before getting too much SCV damage. But all this has pulled the pressure off of Astrea, who's now mining from his gold base.
There we go. He's fully saturated at the gold. Clem is aware of this. He's going for the drop across the map, wants to try and punish, but Astrea does go for a defensive warp in. He is in position, does pull back home, and will be able to keep this, or at least should be able to keep the base up and running as he does pull away. Oh.
Bit of an F2 there, maybe?
Maybe.
Just setting everything around. That drop might actually cause some damage now.
If Hero can F2, then Astrea can F2. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Listen, F2 is a good button. It's a good button to have.
Yeah.
Well, the Marines are going to come in here. No shield battery or anything to try to help them out. The Zealots ran away. Stalker's a little too far to blink underneath that medevac.
A little bit too far away, but we are able to at least maintain our gold at the same time, drop into the main. Reinforcements, or at least production, is going to be enough to keep up with the Zealots. Zealots are cleaned up at the same time. Astrea pushing in towards a third.
Yeah, this is some really nice aggression from Astrea. Clem kind of caught in the natural between the harassment and this push at the front, and just a little bit of damage here and there. But again, Astrea's got the gold base behind this. A lot of this is just keeping that pressure off of him. Clem's got the drop in here. Looks like he's going to try to get something done with it. And Astrea is not really in position to deal with that just yet.
Yeah, I'm sure Clem may be hoping there was another base on the way. He will pick up a pylon and depowers a handful or even one gateway, and he does at least distract Astrea, bring him all the way back home. At the same time, Zealots are wreaking havoc in the main, and another Zealot run back being set up towards the natural. Yep,
the Widow Mines. Astrea sees the Widow Mines and just is like, nope, I'm not doing that one. Turns out 4 Widow Mines is pretty good against Zealots.
It's just a lot of mines. A lot of mines.
Yeah. And it looks like Clem's going to try to take a 4th base here. Astrea is going to have to expand more. He's taking the 6 o'clock base because, yeah, you know, he's saving that one for later. He's saving it for later. You know, you have like you have like a box of chocolates, and your favorite one is in the middle, and you're saving it for later, and that's Astrea. That's his favorite base, and he just wants to hold on to it. You know, he'll take that later. That's his 6th base.
Exactly. You know, he just wants to hold on here to a later game. And I mean, honestly, it's smart, right? If we can expand elsewhere, then may as well mine through those bases. We're thinking further ahead, you know? Astrea, he's just thinking big picture here.
He knows that later in the game, Clem's going to kill a few of his bases and leave him on 3 bases. But one of those is going to be fresh because it'll be his 8th base. And it'll be that one right there.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he'll be able to mine fully from a full mining base. This is going to come back. Astrea's going to tie this series up because of that base.
A lot of people, they praise Astrea, and even we kind of fell into that hole as well, you know, about his big feet. It's true, he does have big feet, but he's also got a big brain.
Yeah, they go hand in hand. And you know what else he has a big of? a big one of? Heart. He's got a big heart. He's a very sweet guy.
Yeah. Wholesome.
Yeah. Wholesome. He's
True.
full of holes.
Okay.
Astrea posturing outside the bases of Clem here, trying to keep him distracted, keep him back home. Clem's got a good Viking count out now.
Yeah, the Viking count is looking solid, especially against the Colossus count of Astrea. Meanwhile, we do get the Prism into the main. Astrea, unfortunately, is maxed out, so he cannot warp in as we have reached max supply. So a little bit awkward for the Prism.
That is the funniest thing in the world. He just, like, sets up the Warp Prism. He's like, I can warp in 1 Zealot at a time. All right.
Less than ideal, but at the same time, we collapse in on left hand side. The force field, they lock down the army.
That is so sick from Astrea. Drawing him in with the Prism, hitting him with the Zealots at the 3rd, and then coming in here with some beautiful force fields to trim off a lot of that bio. That being said, it didn't go nearly as well as I expected it to. And Astrea drops down 30 supply behind Clem.
Yeah, he does bleed out a lot of Zealots. At least it was, you know, a bit of a cheaper army that he did lose. He has retained most of his high-tech units, but as you mentioned, Clem does hold SimCity working against Astrea as well. And Clem is going to be able to recover here. At the same time, Astrea working towards Disruptors. We spoke about it earlier, but his balls, they're coming out.
Yeah, finally, after all this time. I mean, he's been really, you know, playing with, keeping us on edge about
teasing,
making those balls. Yeah, really teasing us with the balls. But they're finally here now. And we're going to see if Clem's got the splits ready for those balls. As the first one comes in. Oh my God, a huge shot. Oh, the first one, he just empties the balls right into Clem. And Clem eats a massive shot there. That is a great start for Astrea.
Right into the face at the same time. Massive open into the main base as well. Clem out of position. Getting pulled apart here in the main at the same time. Main army has to be pulling back. Zealots are getting a lot of damage on. 14 SCVs go down.
I mean, this is Astrea now running over Clem right here. Clem has been just stuck at home this entire game. Astrea's aggression just constantly keeping him back. And Astrea is finally taking his favorite base as the 6th, as he's wreaking havoc among Clem's 4 bases. He's going up to a 6th base. He's on 82 workers to the 60 SCVs. He's got so many balls out.
Yeah.
And he's just causing such a problem for Clem.
I mean, you can just feel the frustrations being vented here by Astrea. You know, he's been teasing and edging for so long, and finally he lets it all out, and boy, oh boy, does it come out.
Oh,
it's going to be going up.
It's all coming out right now. There are so many balls here just emptying onto Clem right now. Clem's doing a great job dodging the shots, but can he do this forever? Oh, there's a recall. What is this recall? I guess it works. All right, recall's pretty good.
We barely save all the disruptors. Not a single one goes out. Impressive stuff there. Astrea at the same time, Zelts are wreaking havoc. They were cleaned up. Clem is taking another base, though. He is still holding his own. Clem, he's not out of this yet.
No, he's continuing to expand, which, speaking of which, Astrea's got 2 Nexuses on the way, so he's taking every base on his side of the map while he can. And he's going to just keep that pressure on. It looks like splitting his army, sending some up towards the top side, some down towards the bottom. He does not want to let Clem have a moment's peace.
Yeah, exactly. As we do see, Nova's going to be going off once again, zoning and keeping Clem busy. At the same time, we have a triple drop towards the right-hand side. I believe we do have Zealots in the vicinity, and we're going to be able to defend, but alas, this base is exposed, and the Nexus may go down.
Yeah, Bio's pretty good at killing Nexuses. He turns and fights the Zealots, though. Clem missing an opportunity there, I think, to snipe that Nexus.
Yeah, the Nexus does survive. Meanwhile, Clem still being active, pushing through the center of the map. He is spotted by Astrea. Astrea not too far behind, coming in with those disruptors, but he gets caught out.
Oh, no! Oh, the ball's got to empty on top of Clem, and they do not connect. Every single one of Astrea's balls going down there. Oh, Clem with a massive find, and he's going to get on top of this 6 o'clock base. At the same time, he will get that Nexus, and this was looking so good for Astrea, but Clem turning it around, jumping on top of those disruptors.
Exactly. We just went for the pounds. Astrea, he was caught out of position, was caught unawares, and now suddenly everything is in favor of Clem. We have bases going down left and right. Zelda getting some damage done across the map, but Clem takes a massive supply lead.
Yeah, and as these Zealots go down, Astrea no longer has that economic lead that allows him to take bad trades like this. He is just losing crucial units here, and he's going to chase this triple drop away, but even this is painful for him, losing a lot of these Zealots and Stalkers. And he's already lost 2 bases down here, including his favorite base, and I mean, that's just insult to injury.
It is. I mean, it happens to the best of us here. You know, Astrea, he got caught out, so he did fumble the ball a little bit there, and you know, he just got too excited. Just got a little bit too excited.
I mean, sometimes you just get caught with your pants down and you lose all your balls and they just empty everywhere. And Clem will make you do that. Clem gets the 3-1 victory over Astrea.
GG, well played. Congratulations here to Clem, as he is our ESL Open Cup Americas champion. But a shout out to Astrea, because he made a series out of it. And again, like, I wanted to believe, like, here, even in the final game, it was so close, it was so back and forth. Astrea definitely had his moments.
Oh, he absolutely did. I mean, a really good series from Astrea. He's always so fun to watch. Always so fun to watch.